Check, am I live? I think I'm alive. I think we're here. My audio working? Everything seems to be working. It does. Looks like things are working. I love that. Hello. My camera's over here. I'm so used to being here in my old setup. But hi. Let me move my mic a little bit. Let me mute. Okay, I think we're good now. Hi, I decided to go live. I'm so behind on everything, y'all, that I didn't realize this was like a mid-patch, like a 0.35. I thought it was just like a Monster Hunter event was being thrown in as like its own thing. But now I know. Now it's 0.35, and now I'm paying attention. And so I decided, okay, I'm gonna go live and go over this patch since it'll be a pretty, it's a major-ish patch. So let's go over what's gonna be happening in this here new patch in Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll go over some stuff I've already gone over in my previous Monster Hunter video of like where that's gonna be. You can check that out if you want to see all the furniture coming to the new Monster Hunter event, all of the there's chandeliers, permits, phasmascapes. You can see all of that in that video that I posted, I believe, yesterday. So if you want to see all of that, and there's some more furniture coming, and you'll see that in these patch notes. I did skim it a little bit, but I'm going to actually read it live with you now, so we all know what to expect. You'll know where to go for the quest. You'll know what to expect, what you can look forward to, and then maybe some stuff that they haven't shown here. But yeah, we'll read through the patch notes, and there might be some stuff that I haven't like technically seen, but I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather give you all the patch notes, and then I'm gonna get caught up to the story. I mean, we're already caught up to the story, but in terms of like the Alliance raid, the normal raids that I haven't done yet, I'm not too worried about it. I'll be okay. But I'm gonna be doing those later, sometime next weekend, after I probably go live in the morning to maybe do the Monster Hunter event. Maybe that's all I'll do. And then maybe I'll kind of sneak in some other stuff on the side on my own time. So yeah, let's go ahead and read these patch notes. I'm sure folks will join in. This is a very spontaneous stream. I didn't know I was going to do this. So yeah, we'll just do this here. And then those who, if you want to see what's going on in the game, you can, maybe in the morning you'll wake up, but before the patch goes live, you'll see this, and you can get a little bit of a head start, so you don't have to read it all yourself. That's always the goal. March Bunny, good morning. A little spontaneous stream. Yeah, I didn't realize, again, I'm still getting caught up to being caught up with news in 14, because I used to always be on it. Now I know it's just a 0.05 patch, so we're gonna read through the patch notes because it's gonna be more than just one little event. Das CG, hi, welcome in. Do you want to wait until some folks show up? I think I might be the only one. There's another person. Yes, welcome. I mean, we can wait till the others show up. I might just jump into it, because this will be, folks can rewind if they want to, and this will be up on YouTube as well for the folks who want to watch something that's not really like a live content thing. I'll give you a little rundown of how. Let's do that. I'll give you a rundown of how I'll do this, what you can expect, how these patch notes. I'm just gonna go through the patch notes. I'm gonna read through everything. When it comes to like battle updates for like that kind of stuff, where it comes to like PvP battle updates, I might just skim through it and just name some stuff. I'm not going to probably comment on any of that because I don't really. I'm not like an analyst, so watch someone else's stream if you want that. I guess that's the best I can say. But yeah, I'll go over and be like, oh, that sounds good. But I might, my opinions on that are probably going to differ for someone that raids all the time, because they're going to know a little bit more of like the nuances and how each little like increment changes is going to affect people's games as much. My cat is really needy right now. Right as I went live, they're like, he's just wanting my attention all the time. Do you want up in my lap? Oh no, you want to look out the window? Okay. It's actually not. It's dark here. It's night. It's not even midnight yet, but we're here to look through stuff. So let's go ahead and start reading through it. Patch 7.35, The Promise of Tomorrow. I am caught up on 7.3. I just did that a few days ago. Exciting. I really liked that patch. It was great. I really liked the story. But lots of new additions. I did see there's a new deep dungeon. There's a lot of stuff coming to the game. So we do have some quests. New side quests have been added. Pilgrim's Traverse which I have a feeling this is, I think this is the Deep Dungeon side quest. Does it say where that one starts? So that one's going to start in the Crystarium. Interesting. So we have a starting location in, which makes sense because I think the Deep Dungeon is located, or it is not, I think it is located in, I believe, Ilmeg. I think that's where it'll lead you to. And it seems like from what I've seen, it's going to be its own new location map and everything. Bone Champ, hello. Allegedly, there's a bit of Final Fantasy XI resurgence. Yes, there is. There's a whole alliance raid that's based around Final Fantasy XI, the entire series. So yeah, you can, if you're into Final Fantasy XI, if you get to Gifted Dawntrail, you'll be able to do that alliance raid. Or if you get to level 100, I don't know what, they might have to do Dawntrail actually. I think it might have a MSQ requirement. What? Can y'all see him? It's late. Like the later it gets, the more active he gets. So now he's like, and I've already fed you. Why are you being so needy? Okay. March on Twitch says, oh, wait, never mind. I just seen the MSQ requirement. Oh, so there is an MSQ requirement. I was worried my friends in Shadowbringers wouldn't be able to do it. The Deep Dungeon should be level, what would it be? Is it level 80? I forgot. We'll see. We'll see the requirement. We'll read it here. They're gonna tell us. So I don't know why I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll see the requirement for the Deep Dungeon. That'll be in the patch notes. But yeah, we have Disciple of War Magic. So you gotta be level 91. Oh, okay. So this is, I believe, yeah, I believe this is the Deep Dungeon quest. And you have to be level 91. It starts in the Crystarium. Which, that's interesting. Level 90, I would expect lower, but maybe the other one was about 80. Disciple of War Magic level 91. So yeah, it takes you to Ilmeg. And I believe that's that quest. And then we also have the Hildebrand quest continues for all of our Hildebrand fans out there. You do have to be level 100 for that. And that one starts in Solution 9. So there's going to be some sort of, oh, that's actually going to be interesting. Like a little, like cyberpunk detective. That would be a cool, I think that's actually a really good idea. I hope they go that route. It feels like cyberpunk. Cyberpunk detective. But yeah, so that's going to be in Solution 9. Probably, I'm guessing somewhere around the Aetheryte. That's usually where they like to start the quest. But it could also be, maybe Solution 9's a little different. Sometimes I think Solution 9 likes to put its quest a little bit out, away from the Aetheryte. So I'm not sure exactly where that is. March Bunny says, Dawntrail Hildebrand quests have been the best. Yeah, the last one, I guess I haven't been caught up on the Hildebrand. Should I do them? Should I stream them? They were never like the thing. I never was like driven by Hildebrand. But the last kind of like installment of Hildebrand, I was like, okay, this is good. I think they got it. I think they got to like the memification of the 14 a little bit. How there was like a meme trial or like a meme, the solo instance that they did was just kind of this meme fight. I thought that was great. I thought that was like, okay, they get how to put this into the game and make it something that is even greater, you know? And now we have the Yakuhui Allied Society quests have been added. So you have some new Allied Society quests. Oh, that looks really neat. I like the snow. Going even higher. Allied Society quests are Compromise main quests. So if you know the tribe quest, that's what the Allied Society quests are. For those who are like trying to transition into the new name, it's the same thing. So if you're wondering like what's that, that's what it is. They're just naming them Allied Society quests now. Hilda quests have been fantastic. That's great to hear. Yeah, I think they've gotten the rhythm of them. I mean, everyone's always loved, not everyone hasn't always loved Hildy. There's like a group, it's very divided. It's a very like, I think it's a very divided, like either you like love Hildy or you don't like Hildy. I think the new Hildy has it been, I think, less polarizing. I think people have been more on board. They're like, oh, okay, this is like, they're getting like the Looney Tunes vibes of it. Like they're getting the slapstick a little bit better, and there's more, I guess, there's more physical humor, like different there's different jokes, not just only Hildebrand's head in the ground. Like it used to be like the only joke, and now they kind of have different shticks that they're doing. I think they're getting the hang of it. Quest sync. So yeah, you'll be synced for the quest. You do have to be Disciple of Hand level 90, so it is a Disciple of Hand Allied Society quest. So you need to have those leveled up if you want to do that. And you must complete the main scenario quest Dawntrail and the side quest Brains and Brawn. So yeah, a lot of times with these Allied Society quests, there is like a blue quest, like a long quest that is already in the game in Dawntrail that you have to do in order to unlock the Disciple of Hand quest. So just in the future, if you're like, don't want to do that in the future, you just want to get into your Disciple of Hand quest, just be sure to do those blue quests on the map before like when the patch drops, the main expansion drops. After go through, do those blue quests, because eventually they probably will unlock a something important. Even if they don't unlock something now, it'll be like a society quest, Allied Society quest later. That's a little good thing to note if you're not aware of that. Allied Society quests, blah, blah, blah. Societal currency. Where does that one start at? Urkopacha. So that's where that one will start. So you want to start that there. Allied Society quest. To unlock Yakui daily quest, players must first complete the Allied Society quest, Frosty Neighbor. So yeah, before you unlock the actual repeatable quest, you have to do the quest that introduces you into the actual Allied Society quest. And then Monster Hunter Wilds crossover event quest, and I've already talked about this. This will start in Tuliulal. It's around where the market board is, so it's right there. It's in that same square. So just go there, and you'll find it. It should be a new blue quest for you. That's right up there, right up front, right around where the market board is. Just like across from the market board, like near the steps. That's where it'll be. 13.1, 13.3, 13.1 is the coordinates. And you must have completed Dawntrail. So you'd have to have completed the Dawntrail. It's not just level 100. It's not just the 100. You have to have completed Dawntrail to access that. So make sure you have that completed if you're someone that is not like an MSQer and you want to do the new trial. Now we have new furnishings. This is what y'all are probably excited about. It's what I'm excited about. So I've already I have a video on YouTube that goes over the new Monster Hunter Wilds items, but did not go over or look at any of the other furniture that's coming to the game. So we have this, some of this stuff is definitely from the Deep Dungeon because it's Ilmeg themed, so you'll probably can get it from there, or the Deep Dungeon might drop like some sort of, I don't know yet. I don't know if these are just drops from the Deep Dungeon or if there's someone that sells it from the Deep Dungeon. I don't know. Maybe they said something about that at a patch in like a live letter, but I wasn't watching that. So again, I'm a little bit behind. I might be behind on some info. So if that has already been said, then it's already been said. But we have this beautiful, I think this might be some new wallpaper. Maybe I might be wrong about that. And maybe this is new carpet. Is this like a dirt carpet? It might be a new flooring and wall. And I know that you can change your interior now to be like a modern thing. I think that's really cool. All the good stuff. Maybe I should leave more often. All these like amazing things happen when I'm gone. And then we have this beautiful light that has some good lighting effects here on the ground. I think that's beautiful. This is, they have these items. So all the rest of these items are from Monster Hunter event. And they have them, there's a Monster Hunter event website that you can go to, and it has the names of all of those items, so you can see before the event even starts, you'll know what they're named. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out from, when you go up to the event trader for Monster Hunter, you should know which ones they are. And then we have these beautiful outdoor items here. This is, a tree you can see in Ilmeg, and now we can have it in our yard. I think that's brilliant. I think people have probably wanted that for a while, some sort of like Ilmeg themed items. And then we have this like gate thing. This is probably something that's a feature inside the deep dungeon. So, because I don't know if I've seen that before. Like, that's very different. And then we have this little pillar here. That could be an aether. I mean, do you think that's just a pillar? I think it's just a pillar. I thought about what if it's like a teleporting stone. And then the rest of this is all more Monster Hunter. I don't know if you can see. Actually, let me hold up here. All this is more Monster Hunter Wilds event items. This is the Palanx striking dummy. And then we have these items. So these here can be put indoors and outdoors. You can see them here as well. They're in both pictures. So you can have them in your front yard or your backyard. It's not two different items. So you can do them in either. So that's great. They're multi-purposed. And then we have new orchestrion roles have been added, obviously probably from the Monster Hunter event. And there may be some that drop from the deep dungeon as well. But yeah, the furniture items, they may be like random drops from the dungeon. That's what I'm guessing, unless there's some sort of other way to get them. But that's my guess. Now we have Manderville Golden Saucer. What we have here, the following additions have been added to Triple Triad. New cards have been added, and new NPC opponents for Triple Triad have been added. Probably a Arkvald, right? Is that the boss? Arkvald card, I'm assuming, will be added, and then maybe any kind of yeah. I don't know what else they would add besides that. New hairstyles have been inspired by the Final Fantasy XIV hairstyle design contest entry are now available. So these look really nice. I like this. Do y'all like this? Is this something that y'all are looking forward to? This hairstyle? It doesn't look that different than stuff we already have, but it looks pretty. It looks nice. I like that it's like long hair, you know? It's just like nice straight long hair. And new emotes have been added. Drinking, probably for Monster Hunter event, I might guess, right? I would think that looks like a Monster Hunter event emote. Marge Bunny says the hair looks cute. Das says it looks about the same as the other hairstyles, but it's okay. Yeah, it's like, I'm like, it's okay. It's what it is. But sometimes you just need some more okay hairstyles, some like little differences here and there. Battle system updates. We have the new trial has been added. The Arkvald, the Windward Wilds. 725 is the average item level. If you did the last trial for 7.3, you're good because it's the same item level. So you don't have to worry about, am I geared up? If you've done that trial and you're already geared up, you don't have to worry about it. It's 8-player trial, so this is not just a solo instance. This is a real trial that you'll be doing. So be ready for that. It's probably going to be similar to the other one, the other Stormblood trial. Forgot his name, the Red Dragon. So it'd probably be drinking things, for drinking potions. So there'll be some of that kind of stuff going on. And you have to be level 100. And the event, so from the quest starts again to Lulal, the quest giver is named Dawn Hunt Tracker. Not super hard to find. It's the hunt quest giver that's not by the hunt board. Well, maybe the hunt, I don't remember where the hunt quest giver was. But they're not at the market board, but across from it at the steps. And then there'll also be an extreme trial. There usually is an amount that comes from currency you get from the extreme trial. That's how the last one worked for this event. So just know that there'll probably be an amount, and you do have to farm it with the currency, just like any other extreme trial, to get that amount. Hi, Kai. Do you want to come up here? No? No, you're going to stay back down there. And that item level is 740 or above, so be sure you're geared enough for that. I don't know what the item levels for any of the Savage raids were, so I'm sure those who are going to be doing that will be doing the math on that. And to get the extreme trial after you've done the normal trial, the White Wonder, you do have to do that first. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? And then you have to speak to the Wandering Minstrel, who is into the Yule, who's kind of down, I think down by the shore. I think that's where he is. He's like on the dock, because I just had to talk to him like the other day to get all of the extreme trials. Now we have the new Deep Dungeon and Pilgrims Traverse has been added. This looks beautiful. That looks amazing. I'm not really a deep dungeon person. Like, I don't get super into them like some people do. But this one looks beautiful. It does look beautiful. I don't really level using deep dungeons. I did level like my lower level people when they were like level 1. But now I think I have like all of my, well, no, I don't know what I have to level. What are you doing, buddy? I don't need to use that anymore. So that's good for me, I guess. But you have to be level 91, which is interesting. So it's another way to level to 100. If you want to speed level, you don't want to use dungeons, you can use a deep dungeon. I just hope it's active. You know, I worry about the deep dungeon, even though it is a soloable experience. Sometimes I worry about it not being very active. But I guess we'll see if it's like a viable way to like, maybe it's like really good reason to level. Maybe it's better than dungeons. Vega on YouTube, welcome in. I like them fine, but I'm not super into them. This looks way more interesting in terms of scenery though. I mean, yeah, it looks beautiful. I definitely am excited about that part of it. It looks gorgeous. And then I feel like a lot of the deep dungeons have looked besides the Stormblood, of course, but a lot of them have looked similar. Like the Crystal Tower one felt kind of similar looking to, I mean, they weren't similar looking. I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking of like dark stony rooms. Like they were all kind of dark stony rooms. Besides, again, Heaven on High is definitely its own thing. That's the one I would do more. Like I usually at level 60, I would do Heaven on High for a few levels when I was leveling. What are you doing? Hi, kitty. Taryn, welcome in on YouTube. Taryn says, I wonder how decent the weapons will be. Yeah, I guess we'll check. I wonder if we'll get any images of those here. Did they show any of those in the live letter? Again, I have not been around until recently, so I'm not caught up on all of that. Vega on YouTube says, I mean, I get dungeons, but still. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I mean, there's people that are hardcore, like deep dungeon, like this is their thing. So there is like a niche community that loves this stuff, but not my like diehard thing. But this does look really cool, and maybe the story will be cool. Usually the stories for deep dungeons aren't like that exciting, but maybe this one will be a cool little story because I do like Ilmeg. All right, level requirement, we got that. This one starts in the Crystarium, so if you want to do the deep dungeon, go to this Crystarium. That's how you unlock it, and you do need to be level 91. But that shouldn't be a problem for most people. Traverse stones. Each pilgrim's traverse is marked by a numbered stone to help guide travelers along the way. Deep dungeons have no restrictions to classes, jobs, or roles. Players may form a fixed party. So with deep dungeons, if you haven't done them before, you don't have to have a healer, tank, and 2 DPS. You can have whatever combination you want. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can do that with dungeons too, but you can't regularly queue into them that way. But with deep dungeons, they're meant to be with any group. Challenge of pilgrims traverse with a fixed party. All members must be in Ilmeg, and the party leader must speak to Vanthu to enter. Yeah, you must all be, you can't queue into a deep dungeon unless you are there in person at that map. Match party similar to Duty Finder. Players may choose to be randomly matched with players in the same data center. Match parties. So, I mean, you can, if you want a part, so if you have a party that you've already made, they have to be there at the deep dungeon, or you can just queue in to anyone doing the deep dungeon. But if you have a party, they can't just be flying around anywhere. Just like a map. So it works like maps in terms of how you queue into them. Besides maps, you can't queue in with random people. You have to have a party. So it does go to level, so stone 1121. How does this work? Fixed parties. So I mean, I forgot there was a deep dungeon. That's just how far behind I am. Once I saw that, I was like, oh wow, there's actually a deep dungeon coming to the game. To challenge pilgrims traverse with a fixed party, all members must be in Ilmag. We got that. Match parties, we got that. Okay, so let's scroll down here. So now we have the stone 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, and beyond. And that's kind of where they save you. Saving will record data such as level, class, job, dungeon, progression. And then you'll have an inventory. You have like special abilities that are logged into the dungeon. It's like again, it's like its own thing. It's what's the word? What's the genre? Oh my gosh. It's like Hades, I guess, kind of. Managing saved data. Players can manage their saved data by walking. So yeah, there's a person you go to manage. You have usually 2 saves that you can save your progress in the dungeon and come back to. But if you go in with a party and you save and you want to re-access that save, you have to have those same people in to continue. And I think they have to be the same role, right? I think that's also true. By deleting their save data, players can reset their level, chosen class or job, and dungeon progression. Disbanding fixed parties, players can convert fixed party save data into match party save data. Under the conditions, you will be able to match with other players who are currently playing in the same area as you. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So your Pomander inventory will be reset if any members of a fixed party are unable to enter the deep dungeon after the deletion of the save data or usage of the homeworld transfer service. They must select disband your fixed party to carry over their own saved data. Oh, okay. All party members, area progression, all party members. So it's the same thing. You go into this little thing here, if you can see. To go to the next level, and you have to kill a certain amount of monsters to unlock it. By defeating enemies, players will be able to gain EXP and level up with the deep dungeon. Yeah, so you'll start at, I think, 0, and then you level up as you go. And then we have bronze, silver coffers, gold coffers, and oh, we have gear here, as you are asking about it. That looks kind of amazing, right? I kind of like that. It's very colorful. I'll say that. I wonder if it lights up or anything. The deep dungeon weapons look very good. They do. Is that the armor as well? Or is it just, I think it's just the weapons. Yeah, the armor is not from the deep dungeon. Those are from other places. But yeah, the weapons look good. I wish maybe the gray was like a different color, but I like it. It looks kind of like the castle, like parts of the castle in Ilmag. Yeah, like stained glass. Same party, same jobs. So Taryn on YouTube says. So yeah, you have to, if you want to continue, you have to be those same jobs, same people. It did seem like that there was a way to get around that though, but I might be wrong. The way that they were explaining it is that maybe you can get other people to join you, but I don't think so. I don't see how that makes sense. Bunch Bunny says those are artifact armor. Yeah, the ones that they're wearing. Yeah, I was like, no, it took me a second, but yeah, it's just the weapons. But those do look really good. Again, very kind of stained glass. I think there's like elements of stained glass and then some other elements in it too, but I do like it. But yeah, it is giving like a stained glass feel. Players will be restricted to the use of an Aetherpool arm and Aetherpool armor when inside the deep dungeon. By strengthening this gear, players can increase damage dealt and decrease damage taken. Aetherpool gear may be strengthened by opening silver coffers. Yeah, so you can strengthen yourself. Here's what it'll look like. All your items, all your little like special abilities that you'll get. Looks like you can have like summon golems possibly. Yeah, I'm curious what all this new stuff is. Incense. Oh, that's cool. There's some, maybe you can like summon Titania. There's some sort of like Titania abilities that you can do. That's what it looks like with the incense. Taryn says it may be dyeable like the Orthos weapons. That'd be really nice. I hope that it is. Oh, the gray part. Yeah, I feel like if they were to dye anything, it would be that part. So hopefully you can maybe dye it something that's like shiny. Yeah, the incense is interesting. And it does, again, looks like it's something to do with Titania. Did they say anything about that? No, they don't. And then they talked about the juniper incense with Pilgrim's Traverse. Up to 3 pieces can be held in the inventory shared by all party members. Yeah, this is the inventory. If you do these are shared by everyone. So if you use one, you're using someone else's stuff too. So just be aware of that if you do these. Don't spam them. Only use them if they're necessary. By burning instance, players can call upon the Fairy King to assist them in a variety of ways, such as delivering high damage to all enemies within a given area, or healing party members. Trap, so you can heal. Wait, what did they say? Variety of ways, such as delivering high damage to all enemies within a given area, or healing party members. Okay, so you can heal, you can do damage. The other ones, I think, was just they were all damage ones, right? So I like that they have a variety of uses. Deep dungeon, so we have traps. So those are going to be the same thing as before. There's traps that can explode and do a lot of damage to you, so you have to be careful. And then you have your accursed horde, which is how you get you can get the accursed horde, and then you can go to a person outside the deep dungeon, and then there's like a RNG system of getting items. So I think that's where you get these new furniture items from. And then there's some other stuff too. There's some new accessories and I think clothing as well. Well, the Pomander, so this is what the map's gonna look like in the deep dungeon. If you've done a deep dungeon, you know it's kind of like this little, you go from room to room. You can get a key from doing a room and then unlock to the next floor. And it looks like this is the person that you talk to. Players may take pieces of accursed horde out of the deep dungeon by saving progress, by delivering the treasure to Tyr, Marn, and Ilmeg. Players may have their pieces appraised and received a variety of items, including mounts and fashion accessories. So yeah, this is who you go to get that wonderful furniture items that I think I think we already showed those items. Yeah, we did. But yeah, you can get those from this person, probably minions too. And it's an RNG system, so I know you'll be like rolling for items. And depending on the floor you're on, the Cursed Horde, you can get like a golden one. I forgot the levels of them, but the higher the floor, sometimes the better the reward is, or the better chances you have to spin on something good. Or the higher the floor you get the accursed horde on, the better the item you get from Tyr, basically. Taryn says adorable Namu. Yeah, we love them. They're wonderful. Okay, so this is the navigation map. This tells you what everything means. And then once something is ready, it'll light up. Like once you can unlock to the next floor, the key will unlock, and then you have the altar of return. And then I don't know what the votive candelabra is. What is that? Is that to like raise somebody? I forget. Oh, that's isn't that different? It's something new. Area effects. Some areas have the following effects. Dark Zone Gaming says, is this Dawn Trail locked? Let me double check. No. No, you don't have to complete Dawn Trail. It's just level locked. Oh, you must have completed Endwalker. So it's Endwalker locked. So if you've completed Endwalker, you can do this. No, not Shadow. It's Endwalker. Endwalker MSQ. I think the last one was, yeah, the last deep dungeon was Shadowbringers that they locked it behind. Let's see. All right, area effects, status effects, prohibited magic special editions. What is votive candelabras? Players may encounter a votive candelabra along the journey through Pilgrim's Traverse. This may be something that they've already done, and I just am not recognizing it. But also, welcome in Dark Zone and Gransmo on Twitch. Welcome in. Lighting them will affect the area marked by the next traverse zone. While some effects are beneficial to party members, such as healing over time or weaken enemies, others may provide additional challenges, such as increase in the number of hidden traps. Or is this just like room effects? Is this just room effects? Altar of Return. We know what that is. This is if someone dies, you can raise them using this. If you don't have like a Phoenix down, or if you don't have like a heal, I don't think healers can raise in deep dungeons actually. I think you need a Phoenix down. Taryn on YouTube says Endwalker and 50 floors of Palace of the Dead to unlock. Oh, I missed that part. Thank you. Yes, yeah, you must do 50 floors of Palace of the Dead. Doing that is kind of like a tutorial for deep dungeons. So they want you to be able to do the Palace of the Dead, so you know what to expect going into other deep dungeons. So, you know, just like any other trial, you know, they want to work people into this kind of content because it is kind of hard. I mean, it can't, for people who are new to the game, you really wouldn't want people to just jump into this without knowing anything. All right, rewards every 10 traverse zones. Stone 10, you get 10 Allegan Tombstones of Poetics, 20 Allegan Tombstones of Heliometry, 5 Allegan Tombstones of Mathematics, and 1,000 gil. At Stone 20, you get 20 Tombstones of 20 Poetics, 40 Heliometry, 10 Mathematics, and 1,500 gil. And then Stone 30 and beyond, you get 2,000 gil, 15 Mathematics, 60 Heliometry, and 30 Poetics. If your job class is between levels 91 and 99, upon entering experience points, gil Allegan Tombstones of Poetics will be rewarded based on progress. Stone 10, 10 Allegan Tombstones of Poetics, experience, and then 10,000 gil. 20 Stone 20, 20 Allegan Tombstones of Poetics, experience, and 1,500 gil. Experience, you know, same thing again. If you reach stones 30, 50, or 70 fragments of illumined aetherpool glass will be awarded. This item can be traded into Oswid in Ilmeg. I think that's for the weapons, I believe. Challenge log. Upon the completion of objectives in the challenge log for Pilgrim's Traverse, vials of luminous oil or pieces of blessed hoard will be added to the player's inventory. Luminous oils can be traded into Oswid in Ilmeg for various items. Pieces of blessed hoard may be appraised for tier. So we have two people. We have tier, and then we have who is the person, the RNG person, and then Os has actual items you get through these different currency things that are harder to come by, but you get them. I believe it's probably the weapons that you get, and then I think it's just weapons, right? I believe so. That's usually what they would be, but I guess we'll go see in the game when it gets live. March Bunny says it's oddly Endwalker locked. So we had, well, I do think we have to realize that there was like a section, there's a time we didn't have a deep dungeon, right? So I think they skipped, right? Because am I missing something? Because wasn't the last one Shadowbringers locked? Wasn't the Crystal Tower Shadowbringers locked? You need to have level 91 job and have completed the Endwalker MSQ quest. Yeah. Endwalker was Eureka Orthos. Oh, was it? I thought it was Shadowbringers. Well, I thought Shadowbringers was the requirement for Eureka Orthos. But Endwalker, it did come out in Endwalker. But I thought Shadowbringers was the unlock point. Like, you had to complete Shadowbringers for Orthos. I just know they took a break from doing them, but that didn't change like the level spot that they were putting them at. But yeah, I'm not questioning when it came out. I'm just questioning what the unlock requirement was for the last one. But we know what this one is at the end of the day. We know you need to do Endwalker. Upon the completion of objectives in the challenge log for Pilgrim's Traverse, vials of luminous oils or pieces of blessed hoard. But because I also think that the story for the Eureka Orthos, I think they kind of go into like Shadowbringers lore. So yeah, so you kind of have to do the story anyways to kind of know what's going on. Ensure that the strength of both your Aether Pool arm and armor are at least +10. Speak with Oswid and Ilmeg. So this is Oswid. I don't know how to pronounce their name. It's one of the two. Or maybe neither. Maybe I'm just completely off. And how to acquire Pilgrim's Traverse weaponry. Okay, so this is how you get the weapons. Ensure that the strength of both your Aether Pool arm and armor are at least +10. Speak with Oswid in Ilmeg and select Forge an Illumed Aether Pool Grip. Agree to reduce the strength of your Aether Pool arm or armor by 10 in order to create an Illumed Aether Pool Grip. Repeat the process until you have 3 Illumed Aether Pool Grips. Speak with Oswid and select the request to keep your Aether Pool gear. Exchange 3 Illumed Aether Pool Grips for a weapon of your choice. Okay, so you have to exchange the Aether Pool, which is what you get through, you can increase it by opening silver chests, right? I'm not big on doing these things, but yeah, you open the silver chest and sometimes it'll pulse and it'll give you plus however many Aether Pool, and then you can exchange that for a grip that you can then trade in for a weapon. So that's how you get the weapons. So same thing as before, basically. Entering Deep Dungeon, players who have completed the side quest Fairy Tale will be given an option to start from the following stones, depending on the dungeon progression. Okay, so the starting, well, that's interesting. So you can start from stone 1, 21, 31, 51, or 71. Oh, is that different? Usually they would go like to 30 and then you'd have to go from there. That's just normal deep dungeon stuff. Yeah, but I mean, some people might not know, so I'm just going over everything. Just in case anyone's new to the game or new to like, maybe this is the first time people getting up through Dawn Trail and they've never even done a deep dungeon. So I never know. Scoring fixed parties that challenge deep dungeons will receive an aggregate score. A variety of factors are calculated, including monster slain, coffers open, further areas reached, and time spent. Scores for both solo party play are recorded separately, and those that apply to expeditions beyond Stone 30 are displayed as rankings for each data center. So I think like people speed run these things too. And that's a big part of the community. New duty, final verse has been added. Is this like the is this the alliance raid? Is this like the hard? Oh, no, it's not. New duty, the final verse has been added. Is this something? Type of war magic level 91. Oh, not 91? Requirements after reaching the stone 99 of Pilgrim's Traverse, players will be able to challenge the final verse. This boss fight is identical to the one fought in stone 99. Once the duty has been unlocked, it's no longer necessary to retain save data. Oh. Is this like it's a trial that you can unlock after? That's interesting. After speaking with, choose whether to enter the fixed match party. When entering with a match party, Aetherpool gear strength must be 94 or above. As pilgrims traverse, your character's attributes will be affected by normal gear and instead will be dictated by Aetherpool gear strength. Oh, so it's like so you fight it in, wow, okay. So you fight it in the deep dungeon and then you can get out of it and then do a trial in itself. Players may challenge this duty after completing the side quest ? Which is unlocked upon clearing the final area of Pilgrim's Traverse. Kind of interesting they're showing pictures of this. After forming a party of 4 players, the party leader, so there's a quantum version as well. So there's like a harder version of this too. That's cool. They're like going all out. Maybe they're trying to get, maybe they have this like trial at the end of it to like incentivize more people to do the deep dungeon. Maybe that's it. Because I'm like, why is this here? So maybe maybe the last one there just wasn't, because it kind of died out, the last one. But now maybe they need more people to do this. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe there's some stuff locked behind this trial, like a mount or something. That's not a bad idea. I mean, you kind of have to do that if you're going to make this stuff and expect people to continue to do it after, you know, a month or so. Or enough people, I guess. There's always people that do this stuff, but you need enough people to feel like it's worth doing, and not just, you know, if there's other ways to level. Sometimes people are gonna wanna just do dungeons and not deep dungeons. So there are sacramental offerings. There are 5 types of offerings: sacramental spirits, sacramental spices, sacramental grain, sacramental light, and sacramental lilies. Upon completing the side quest, players will receive 8 of each item, putting them in possession of 40 offerings. Further offerings can occasionally be obtained by appraising each pieces of a cursed hoard found with Pilgrim's Traverse. Oh. Players are free to choose how many offerings to use, with a minimum of 15 and maximum of 40. Depending on the type of amount of offerings chosen, boss behavior, statuses, and other factors may change. Only the party leader can select offerings, and other party members not required to possess them. Is this new? Or is this normal stuff? Offerings was framed as, can you balance it based on what areas your party is lacking in? Because each one makes a different aspect of the fight harder. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, party composition bonus. Upon invoking the final verse, quantum party members will gain a bonus to damage dealt according to the composition of their party. The bonus increases with the number of jobs in your party and rely on actions that affect the entire party. This bonus system is intended to compensate for the proportional decrease in utility of such actions as party size decreases. One sec. Okay. Upon victory, a treasure coffer containing pieces of blessed hoard will appear. Only the players who selected the offering required to enter the duty can open this coffer. Oh. Huh. Once they do, their selected sacramental offerings will be expended. Rewards are proportionate to the number of offerings used, and the players who selected the offerings will receive more rewards than other players. Additionally, the appearance of treasure coffers will change depending on the number of offerings selected. 15 to 19 offerings, bronze coffer, 20 to 24 offerings, bronze. Wow. So they're like really giving you they're making it a very involved process, so folks will definitely be doing this for a long period, like almost like how long people do relics. Like it feels that involved. So interesting. I mean, I'm not going to be doing any of that, but is anyone here excited about this? Like, I don't know. Is this something new? Did Eureka Orthos have something like a system like this, or like a final boss, like an extra challenge mode to a boss? I did not get super involved with Orthos. I did it when it came out, and then I didn't really touch it after that. PvP, another area that I'm not like super familiar with, but I mean, I play my machinist in the battle modes. DasCG says on Twitch, this is newish with all the extra stuff. Yeah, okay. I figured. I was like, I don't remember any of that. I just remember there being people get to the end, and then there's the last fight, and then you're done with the dungeon, the deep dungeon. All right, below to warrior, we have buff to warrior, Eventide, Dark Knight was nerfed, Gunbreaker, Rough Divide maximum charges have been increased from 2 to 3, so that's a buff to Gunbreaker. Ninja, or could be not a buff. Could not be a buff, but I'm assuming it is a buff. Ninja, 3 Moondra, charges have been reduced from 18 to 15 seconds, 16 to 15 seconds charge time, so that seems like a buff as well. Viper, World Swallower, Noxious Gnash effects during has been increased from 10 to 12 seconds. So that's a buff to Viper. Summoner, potency has been increased 8,000 to 9,000. Damage over time potency has been increased from 4,000 to 4,500 for Summoner. So that's a buff to Summoner. White Mage, Afflatus Purgation potency has been increased from 16,000 to 18,000, a buff to White Mage. And Sage, Phlegma 3, bind effect duration has been decreased from 3 to 2 seconds. So a nerf to Sage. Crystalline Conflict season 16 will end and season 17 will begin. When the season ends, so this is for anyone doing ranked, the top 300 ranking players from North America, European, and Japanese data centers, and the top 100 ranking players from Oceania data center will receive vouchers via the Moogle delivery service. So best of luck if you are into that. New items. So let's get into the new items. I love this. This is what I'm here for. New items have been added. We have, this is from the Monster Hunter event. This is the gear that you get, the glam. So I think this is like the starting armor you get in Monster Hunter Wilds. So if you played that, I actually have played a little bit of it. But this is the starting armor, I believe, that you get. And I like it. I like it. I hope it's not gender locked. I'm hoping, because I would rather have this one on the right, to be honest. And the one on the left, I kind of like the smaller one, and then have like higher, like get some higher boots to put with it, and I would totally wear it. New recipes have been added. Recipes added. Patch 7.35 will be listed at a later date. So I'm wondering if some of the new items, the furniture items, will be craftable. That's why I definitely was wondering that. New mounts have been added. We have the Rainbow Bush. Gay Pride Andon. Yep. So Gay Bush has been added to the game. Probably from the new deep dungeon, is what I assume. New Chocobo barding has been added. That's amazing. I want that. I want that really badly. I would definitely have that on my Chocobo. So definitely probably from also the deep dungeon. New minions have been added. The king. I need that as well. And new fashion accessories have been added as well. Those look really, really good. They're probably shiny as well in person. So I hopefully can get some of those. They're probably RNG drops from the Cursed Horde. So that's what I'm expecting, like the minions and stuff. Furniture, the minions, all the stuff that's like Ilmag, the barding. So if you really want those, you'll probably, my guess is you'll have to get a little bit higher in the deep dungeon to have the chance to get those. Is there new hair? There is. Let me go down here. I'll scroll up to the new hair in just a moment. It was okay. It's, you know, not anything like wow or incredible, but it was kind of nice. New face wear has been added. We have these glasses. Those are kind of nice. And then system updates. In order to prevent server congestion, we will be implementing multiple field instances in Ilmeg, Urkopacha, Shaloni, and yep, the typical stuff. The following duties have been added to the Deep Dungeon category: Pilgrim's Traverse, the Final Verse, and Final Verse Quantum. That's interesting. That's very new and different. New achievements and titles have been added. New portrait accents have been added. New adventure play. That looks nice. Who's going to get that? I love that. I kind of want that. That's really nice. So that's a whole new adventure plate that comes from the Deep Dungeon for sure. The following text commands have been added. Drink green tea. Drink tea. So there's 2 of those. And savor tea. What? So that's the mug. Drink green tea, savor tea. So is there several, maybe there's several emotes that you get all at once. It's like a multi-emote. Das on as Das says on Twitch, I might get really into the Deep Dungeon because of the rewards. Honestly, like I'm like, okay, I kind of really want this stuff, so maybe I'll just torture myself over and over with RNG until I get this. I don't know, Smite, but I don't know if you're like in the right spot. I don't know if you're in the right stream. I just don't care enough. I'm sorry. Azuma Real on YouTube says the Ffxiv ate the I know, it's so good. Azuma Real on YouTube says, I feel like I've seen the Cyans do those T motions. Yes. Yeah, that saber T. They've done it like with their eyes, you know. Additions have been made to the auto translation dictionary. New trophies have been added to PlayStation 5. New achievements have been added to Xbox. New music and sound effects have been added. All right. And resolved issues. Well, I don't have to go over those. They've been resolved. So we don't need to worry about them. Unless there's something funny that y'all heard about, like a funny glitch that you're like, did you hear about this? Then I would love to look at that. Let's look at the new hairstyles. Yeah, here we are. These are the new hairstyles coming to the game. This is the only one that they've revealed, unless there's another one. Well, I think it's just one. It says a new hairstyle. So none, and it's from the hairstyle design contest. Pretty simple, but nice. I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy this, but it looks like something that's already in the game, I guess. It's clearly not because it's new in the game. So, yeah. I'm going to have to find a group, says Das, to do this with because this is something I actually want stuff from. Yeah, a lot of really good stuff, a lot of good items. So, I mean, it looks like they've given people good incentive. As you said, you're like, you're not someone that does this stuff a lot, but maybe you will because of the items and all the rewards. Azu Maril on YouTube says, I feel like I've seen science. Well, I just said that. But yeah, indeed. But yeah, that's the whole patch notes. That's everything you need to know. Of course, the new furniture items. I'm not going to do a video, like a highlight of these. I probably, once the patch drops, will I be live? I don't know. Will I stream this patch? I'm definitely going to make a video on the new furniture items and how to get them. All the new ones coming to the game, because I can guarantee you there's probably stuff that is not in any of these pictures here that we don't know about. There's a new chandelier for sure that's from the Monster Hunter event. I believe it's a chandelier. I'm like positive it's a chandelier that's from the Monster Hunter event that you can get. It looks pretty. I mean, I see it in the little icon like this big, but it looks pretty. Bowser Big Bean Burrito, welcome in on Twitch with the chilies. Congrats on being first. Well, you're the first one here. Congratulations. But yeah, that's it. That's everything from the patch. And it's going to go live in about, let's see, about a little under 6 hours. like 5.5 hours. It should be live, and it could go live early, so be ready. Not a farmer. I know I'm not a farmer anymore. I'm now ChiliFantasy, but it just feels right. It was the right time to change. I've had that name since middle school. I think it's time. But I'm still Chili. I'm always Chili. You can always rely on me being Chili. Always and forever. But yeah, I'm really all this stuff looks pretty good, especially the deep dungeon. Looks like they hit the right, like they did the right thing. They were like, this is what we want to do. More Ilmeg stuff. So yeah. Good emotes, good furniture items. Like these are going to be very popular. I think the housing folks are going to like go after these. And I don't know if this is stuff, deep dungeon stuff. Yeah, I probably can sell on the market board. So if you want to make a lot of gil, if you're looking to make gil, probably sell a lot of the stuff on the market board, make tons of stuff. So yeah. The best chili. Hello, Inse. Inse? I think that's how it's pronounced. I might be right, might be wrong. But thank you. I appreciate it. But that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this stream now. If y'all have any other like comments or questions, let me know. But yeah, it's a little past midnight here. The patch again goes live. Well, no, it goes live not 6 hours. I'm wrong. I'm thinking I'm Eastern time. It goes live in just a little over 2 hours. So patch comes live soon. Oh gosh. Oh no. do I go live at 3 a.m.? Do I stay up for that? That's a lot. I might get tired. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. I have a lot to do, so we'll see what I do. I might just do the video and then we'll stream the normal raids because I'm behind on a bunch of stuff. We'll see. We'll see. I might go live. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Aju Maril on YouTube says that with original Monster Hunter collab, they just gave you some furniture for doing the quest. They did, yeah. I have a whole video on my YouTube going over all those items that are going to be in the shop, the special shop that is attached to the quest. So they have 6 new Phasmascapes through the Monster Hunter event. They have a two indoor outdoor items that you can put indoors or outdoors. They have some really good outdoor items, and they have a few, not a ton of indoor items really, but a couple. They have a wall hanging item, and then they have this like sword stand as well. So not actually a ton of stuff. And then you can get permits for your home that are failing, mender, merchant. Yeah, there's four permits you can get for your home that are failing. Das on Twitch says, I'm conflicted on staying up for it myself. I'm like, do I stream it? Do I stay up for the monster? Because it would be the Monster Hunter event that I do. I'm not gonna stream the Deep Dungeon. Looks cool. I'll probably check it out in my free time, but I won't be streaming that or covering that. But I might do the monster just because it's a trial. I might just jump in and do it. Haven't decided though, because I'm gonna do a video on all the new furniture and how to get it. So if you want to know how to get all the new furniture, probably not hard to figure out how, but I will do a whole video on that. Probably most of this stuff is like just get it from the market board, but I don't know if you can sell the Monster Hunter stuff. Probably can't. You probably have to get that on your own. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. The thing I'm most excited about is the Monster Hunter event because there's a trial attached to it, and I love a trial. And then, of course, the new furniture items. I'm excited to see what people do with those, how they combine the items. It's mostly outdoor items from what I can see, but still cool nonetheless. Especially that big window. I don't know if y'all remember seeing that one. This one here, that one. I'm curious what people are gonna do with not just the window, but the light it casts, because there's some cool stuff I think you can do with light in 14, and they're adding more ways to bend and manipulate light and create shapes with light that I've seen people do in their homes. People have created shadows, like shadow shows. So yeah, very cool stuff. And on the other side of everything, I also want to see all the new haunted houses people are creating in the game, haunted house shows. So definitely going to try to do a Halloween stream at some point that I'll go visit all the new haunted houses people are creating, the new immersive haunted experiences people are doing. That's like probably the biggest housing of time in 14 is Halloween. So if you've never explored the housing like world in 14, like Halloween's the time to do it. So get on, look on your look on the party finder. People will advertise all kinds of stuff and you can find it through there. That's like a good place to start if you're like, let's go see what's going on. It's like immersive theater Halloween show walkthrough experience. If you see something like that, go do it, because it's probably really freaking good. It's probably really cool and like something that'll blow your mind. Not joking. That's usually pretty cool. So definitely look for stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna get off. I wasn't even going to do this stream, but I decided let's just commit. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. But I appreciate you all coming here. I hope you all are excited about the new patch and what's coming to the game. I'm excited about where 14 is going. I'm excited about the story and what they're leading into. So I'm very optimistic about the game and what the new things they're trying. And the fact that they're not just trying to do the cookie cutter of like, okay, we always have to do this and this and this, but they're doing a deep dungeon, but they're like, let's put a little trial. Let's put a quantum trial at the end. I'm like, sure, let's try new things. And I like that. And I think that's encouraging. So cool things, cool, exciting things. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of your evening, morning for a lot of you. And I will possibly see you for the patch going live, but I might get a little bit tired. So I got to prioritize myself and everything. So we'll see. Of course. Thank you, March Bunny. Thank you, everyone. I will see you later.